What's going on? What's going on live? Business I Create Williams, aka the Future Planner, at you once again. What I want to do in this video is I want to share some things that you may need to know before you get into Amazon. All right. Showing in my connection week. I'm gonna try to go through it. I'm gonna try to keep in because this is just something that you may need to know. So if my connection gets kind of weak, then don't charge it to my heart, you know. Anyway, but it's some things that you may need to know about Amazon that a lot of people are not aware of when they, get started. And this is just not just Amazon, but this is business period, that I would recommend. But e-commerce especially because you're doing a lot of drop shipping and things like that. So you want to kind of learn some things before you get into the business. You want to be able to be prepared for it before you start getting into the business. All right, period. So, and the reason why I want to share this is because a lot of people would jump in the business. They'll say, hey, I'm going to go all in, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to try to do whatever I can do to be able to try to make this work. But once they go in, they see the benefits, but they don't know the nightmares that we used to have to go through, especially when we're learning. So that's why they make it seem like, and a lot of people, I hear a lot of people say things like, well, what if it don't work and this, that, whatever, or yada, yada, or if it didn't work for them once they join, then what they would do is they'll say it's a scam, it don't work. Just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean that the business works. It doesn't work, I mean. The reason why it didn't work is probably because you have not had the proper education and you were doing something wrong. So what I want to do is so y'all won't be able to say that a lot of people don't usually do this, but I'm going to do this today. A lot of people do not get them prepared for, what they need to do or what they need to know before they get into a particular business. So that's the reason why I said that I'm going to do this video about Amazon. Okay. So with Amazon, yes, you can make a killing with Amazon. You can basically live off for it. It's too many people out here getting rich. There's no reason why you should be broke if you're a part of Amazon. So that's the reason why I say Amazon can basically put you in a position, if you do it right and you have the proper education, or you have a private coach that is teaching you or tutoring you, then you should be just fine. And most of the time people will run away when they hear that the prices for private coaching is like, maybe like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000. They get scared and run away. So I'm gonna share that with you. The reason why they charge it is because, number one, you're investing for them to take time out from whatever they usually do on a regular basis for them to train you. So that's really not a bad price. It's just like when you go into a lawyer's office and you need somebody to defend you in court, they're going to charge you a good $1,500, maybe $2,000 or more to defend you in court. So they're going to say, well, hey, you can put me a down payment right now, but I'm not going to defend you if you don't have your whole deposit, or if you don't have your whole money, all of your money by the time it's time to go to court. I'm not going to defend you. And no, you don't get any refunds. That's just the way it is. It's the same thing. It's just like college. You pay for all this education in college and you don't complain about that, but you think it's a problem when most people, you want to come out and have people to tutor you and give you all their secrets and everything, and you don't want to pay for their time. That's crazy. So that's why I say that before you get into the business, I'm going to give you the choice to decide for yourself if you want to be a part of it so that way you can be able to make your decisions. So here's what you need to know when you want to do some type of business with Amazon. All right. When you're jumping into Amazon or any e-commerce business, period. I'm this basically can go for any business, but this is for, also Amazon. This is what I'm talking about. So before you get into Amazon, you're going to need at least $500 to $1,000. Okay. Before when you get started. And the reason why is because you're going to be drop shipping. Okay, so when you're drop shipping, you want to be able to have money to cover whatever you have to cover. So when people are ordering, you're going to end up, basically finding that price for cheaper. And Once you find that price for cheaper, which we're going to already have that set up for you, once you find that for cheaper, what you're going to do is you're going to pay for that offline or wherever you find it from, and then you're going to collect your profits on the back end. So that's how you, and the way Amazon works, they pay out consistently 2 weeks, every single 2 weeks. So you're going to, by you drop shipping, you want to go ahead and get these people's orders out as soon as you can. So you want to be able to have money to cover that. So what you want to do is, before you get started, you want to start, if you feel like that you have a minimum of $500, start out low. Okay, start out real low at promoting products to where you can make like small profits. And then once you start making your small profits, you can build up to start making your high profits. You see what I'm saying? But you want to make sure you have at least $500 to $1,000 to where you can be able to cover those drop ships when you first start. So the reason why I say that is because when you start drop shipping, people usually want their items now, and I mean right now. So they're willing to wait maybe like no more than 2 or 3 months. But I usually try to get my stuff in so that way that they could be able to receive it within like 5 to 7 business days. Okay, so, and a lot of people might say, well, I don't have $500 to $1,000. Basically what you have to do is you have to go find a way to fund yourself. So, excuse me. My suggestion is that if you're going to fund yourself, go do what most other people do. Borrow, get into debt if you have to. You see what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is you're buying something, or you're getting into debt and not starting a lot of liability. Okay, this is where a lot of people mess up at. When you borrow money, you don't want to borrow money when you need it. I mean, when you need it, you don't want to borrow money when you need it. You want to borrow money when you don't need it. Okay, so if you feel like you want to start your business, the best way to borrow is when you don't need money. You can just get that money. You can easily pay it back. But if you're going to start a business that's going to put money right back into your pocket, you want to go and borrow as much as you can, especially if you know that business is profitable. And by Amazon being very profitable, you're going to that's a serious platform that most people are buying from. So most times Amazon is not going anywhere. So by you by you being in Amazon or being a part of that, basically, you can end up doing whatever you have to do, and you can be able to feed your family, take care of your kids, take care of everybody, with Amazon, period. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say that if you're going to fund it, if you're going to get started with a business like Amazon, you want to make sure that you have at least $500 to $1,000 minimum to be able to get started in. So whether you borrow from a credit, maybe you got some credit cards, maybe you want to go and get some cash advances, or maybe you want to just, do whatever, borrow from friends and family, neighbors, at least do something, borrow the money, because most of the businesses that get started nowadays they basically borrow the money. Okay. And if you can't borrow the money, then go get you some type of income to get a job. There's nothing wrong with having a full-time job and then starting part-time with it until you can get it up to the point where you can quit your job. Okay, so that's the reason why I say if you're going to do it, borrow money if you have to. And, like I said, just do this part-time and take it slow. A lot of people mess up because they don't take it slow. They try to dive right in, spend all their money, and then next thing you know, they don't have any more money to fund for traffic or for leads or even hire somebody to do customer service call for them or whatever. So you want to have some type of money on the back end to be able to have to where in case something goes wrong, so that's why I say come in with at least $500 to $1,000, because when you start drop shipping, you're going to end up drop shipping it and sending it to their address. So you're going to buy it for cheaper, but you're going to still receive your money on the back end and your profits every single 2 weeks with Amazon. So that's number one. Number two, when you're coming in with Amazon, you want to be careful about selling branded products. Okay, so, and what I mean by that is like with Disney or with Harry Potter's, things like that, branded products. But if you come in with my coaching or whatever, and most other people's coaching, they already have people that's going to list their items for you. So they already know what they're doing and everything. So you really don't have to too much worry about that. All you do is just get the lister to list it for you. That way that you won't be trying to list it by yourself, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So if you come in and you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to do this stuff by yourself, somewhere along the way, you might mess around and get your account shut down, or you got to get a lot of complaints, and then your score is going to go down. And then if you try to get your account back up, that's going to cost you like $800, maybe $900 to get your account back in. So why not just hire somebody that's professional that knows a lot about that, versus you trying to do it by yourself and not knowing too much of anything. So that's why I say that you want to make sure that you be careful about selling branded products. You can sell off-brand products, or you can go to a garage sale and you can have your lister, put it on Amazon for you. And once you have them put it on Amazon for you, then basically they already know the maneuvers. They already know which products they can use. They can tell you right up front if you need to list this product or not, or be careful or whatever. So that's why I say be careful about a lot of branded products, because a lot of these products, they require a license. So if you don't have a license with that, they could easily file a report, or file a complaint against Amazon saying, hey, this is they don't have permission to do this. So Amazon can basically pull your campaign and have you show proof that you have you got a license to sell this. And if you can't show proof and they pull way too many campaigns down, your score is going to go down low, and eventually they're going to end up shutting you down until you get this resolved. Okay, so that's why I say be careful about selling branded products on Amazon. All right, so number 3, if you cannot wait at least 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks to a month in order for you to see results, because that's how long it really takes, because in order for you to just really see results in sales and stuff like that. So if you're really impatient like that, this is probably not for you. And the reason why I say it is because most people want to come in and try to make their money overnight over stuff like that. I mean, it's not possible. You can't get rich overnight unless you hit the lottery. And even if you hit the lottery, you're going to still be out of some type of money, because you got to pay taxes behind it. So with Amazon, you got to be patient with it. If you're not patient, it's not going to work. Okay, so that's why I say you want to make sure that you can at least hold out for a good 3.5 weeks to a month. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that it's possible for you to do that, because if you go to college, it's going to take you like years to be able to get the kind of income that you want to get, because you're still in there trying to get your degree. So I'm pretty sure 3 weeks to a month shouldn't be long for you to be able to hold out on. All right, so that's basically what I wanted to cover on that. Now, number 4, you must do some type of verbal NDA agreement. Okay, so basically a lot of people would try to come in and they would try to teach it, but then they mess around and screw people over. They don't know what they're doing. And if you come into my group, don't try to take my people that I've worked for or that I've worked hard to get and hire and try to use them to help you do your own business. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say you have to do a verbal, or you have to sign an NDA with me when you come into my group. If you don't sign that, then chances are I'm going to ban you from the group, no matter what. Because what you're doing is you're taking, you're trying to take what I've worked hard for to try to help people with, like the people that I have hired to be able to try to work and try to help the people list their items for them. You're trying to take them away from my group and you're trying to lead them on to yours. And that's really not cool. And of course, my listeners already know not to do that, because they know that, of course, it's going to lead them into being fired or whatever. So, but it's basically like you're just going behind my back and you're stealing. And I'm just trying to, and I'm one of the people that I'm trying to make sure I help as many people as I can to be able to get on their feet. So that's why I have it signed to where, like, you can start your own group and you can start your own stuff, but don't take from somebody else's group and try to put it in yours and try to start. That's not cool. So that's why I say that you have to have some type of NDA when you do sign up for Amazon, especially if you're signing up for my coaching. So I know I probably said it before, but when you find people that charge like $500 to $1,000, I don't think it's $500. I think it's like $1,000, $1,500. Like my coaching right now is like $1,500, and it's going to end up going up. So when you find people with prices like that, don't be offended. Don't be scared. Don't run from that, because you basically are paying for the education, which brings me to my next point. You got to have some type of education on this. If you don't have education on this, you will not get far. And basically, you want to really just, it's really the smartest thing to do. You want to hire somebody to show you the ropes and not be able to make the mistakes that they've made, and potentially cannot get your account shut down. So you want to kind of listen to your coach or your private tutor so you can be able to avoid those mistakes that they made. Because like I said, if you come in doing this by yourself, potentially you're going to end up getting shut down because Amazon is real strict on certain rules and regulations. So you want to kind of make sure that you kind of play the game fair. So, and that's the reason why a lot of people charge real high for private coaching and private tutoring, because you're basically investing in that time, and then you're also trying to get the knowledge that's going to potentially make you become successful. So, and the most times when you're paying that kind of money for a private coach, they're going to see to it that you have some great results, because they're not going to sit up here and just charge you this much. And then, especially if they're trying to brand themselves, they're not going to charge that much and then see that you don't have any kind of results. Most of the people that I have shown how to do anything, if I have done some type of coaching, have achieved results. Now, I have had some, not with Amazon, but like in my other coachings, I have had some people that have not gotten any results, and the only reason why they have not gotten results is because they did not follow it step by step. They just got in, paid for the coaching, and then do nothing. So when you get in Amazon, especially if you're a part of my coaching, it's going to be 90 to 95% automation. You're probably going to do maybe 5 or 10% of the work. So that's what the coaching is about. It's about automation and making sure that you can become successful to where you can be able to feed your kids, live your life, be able to have extra money in your pocket, if not more. So that's the purpose of somebody charging you for their time, and you're taking time away from their friends and family or whatever they want to do. So if you want time to be able to learn, you got to pay for it. There's no way around it, point blank. And most of the time, if you really do catch a break deal where people are not paying for their time, it's probably because they're trying to get, some type of name for themselves, or they're trying to get some type of testimony, or they're doing beta testing to see if it works. So that's basically the only way. And if once they find out that it works, then they're going to easily start charging or whatever, for their time. So that's just basically all I wanted to cover. A lot of people don't really explain this to people, and this is what gets people trapped, because they don't really know what to expect. All they do is when they first come in for a coaching or a business, they basically just come in looking at everybody else's results. And then they say, okay, look, if you can help me, I'm going to go ahead and join you. So when they join them, their sponsor either leave them high and dry, or they don't have enough experience. They don't really know how to coach or lead them in the right direction to where they can get them results. And that's why a lot of people end up quitting. So that's the reason why I did this video, to let you know that this is what you need to expect when you do come into the Amazon coaching with me. So number one, you want to make sure you have at least $500 to $1,000 to be able to spare, to be able to do your drop shipping. Number two, you want to be careful about selling branded products. And like I said, you won't really have to worry about that, because we already got people listing your items for you, and that is basically making a lot of sales. Number three, you want to make sure that you're gonna sign an NDA saying that you will not take whatever you're learning and take it out there somewhere else and try to mislead people, or try to take some of my workers and recruit them and put them in your team, to make sure you don't do that. If you do that, of course, I'm going to ban you from the group, And number four, you want to make sure that you can at least hold out for at least 3.5 weeks to a month to be able to see results. Okay, that's the way it is, and the reason why it's like that, because you have to be able to go through the search engines. It takes time to go through the SEO algorithm and everything like that in order for you to be able to see most of your items or your store to be seen and shown so other people can buy from you. So, and if you are really not okay with what I just explained to you, then chances are this is really not for you. You might not want to, it's not for you. I mean, it is what it is. So I'm just letting you know what to look forward to before you start joining, or before you come into it. A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people just say, hey, just come on and join and I'll show you the rest. Well, I'm going to tell you what to look forward to, And like I said, it's really not a big deal, but it is a big deal. So that way that you won't come in so shocked and surprised saying that, oh, I didn't know this or I didn't know that, and you should have told me this in the long run. A lot of leaders won't do that. I'm telling you right now, this is what you need to look forward to. Okay. You really got to be careful when you're doing this. But if you can follow these simple steps through thick and thin, you're going to be successful. You won't have to worry about anything. All the videos I've done for you explicit. Make sure that it's very I don't know why I say explicit, but it's specifically, step by step to where you won't really worry about getting lost. And not only that, I usually do weekly webinars to make sure that you're getting the acquired results that you need. So if you're struggling, which I doubt that you probably would be, then chances are you'll be just fine. I'm just gonna basically just take my time out and figure out where you're struggling at, and then I'm gonna show you exactly where you're struggling. Most of the time, it's something simple that you can really overachieve. But other than that, you should be good. So if you really looking for a private coach on, e-commerce, setting up your e-commerce, it could be Amazon, it could be eBay, it could be, basically anything, Teespring, Bonanza, whatever. I'm your man. Come holler at me, see me. I wanted to make sure that, I wanted to give some type of value for people to look forward to, because a lot of people don't really understand the qualities and the benefits that Amazon has. So that's why I say that you want to be able to make sure that you hire a private coach for this, because you can easily get shut down. This is not to scare you. I'm just letting you know what could happen. That's why I say get you a private coach, no matter what it is. It don't even have to be me. It could be anybody, but don't let the price scare you. It's just that, you're charging for their time, and that's just basically how it is. So appreciate all y'all coming out. What up, Elena? What up, Rick? What up, Yeni? Chris Holmes, Willie, Mariko, what's up, bruh? Brian, what's good? What's up, Pastor James? Manny, what's up with you, man? What up? What up? Appreciate y'all coming. Hopefully y'all got something from this video. If you missed a little bit of it, you can always, I'm finna get ready to post it right now. It might not be up long, but I'm gonna post it for right now. And I'm gonna end up taking it down later on, because I'm gonna use this for my private coaching. So to let people know, what they need to look forward to. I might just keep it up for a little while longer, but eventually I'm probably going to end up taking it down, because I want to put it in my private coaching so it can give my students the ability to know what they need to look for when they first get started. So, Resident IQ8 Williams, y'all make plans for your life. Don't let life make plans for you. Reach out to me if you need some more coaching. Peace out.